Don't let nobody break you. You just overcome. Like it's you against the wall. Stand up, face it, be strong. You're not in it alone. I know you're gonna make it. Don't let nobody break you. You just overcome, yeah.
Wake up, my brothers and sisters, we got hit. Love in the respect and the line of the commitment. Falling into the trust of people. All the limited options of those obvious. Honestly, don't say please. Someone who's in the carefree words about competition. So take a step back, whether that basic and great race. I hate this. Trying to remind always it's time to enlighten each other. Get your eyes on the eyes on the lies that get against us. Divide and conquer. Time to rise up against the wicked and be stronger. Fight back with knowledge and the posture we're never afraid of. Check the chest held high and let them know what you're made of. Cause black is beauty, black is powerful, black is truly undeniable. In spite of what they show in movies. We know the truth, they don't gotta admit it. And that's the stereotype, we don't gotta fit it. Break the mold in the story of hope. Break the mold in the story of hope. You're not in it alone. Don't let nobody break you. You just overcome. Like it's you against the wall. Stand up, be strong. You're not in it alone. You're gonna make it. Don't let nobody break you. You just overcome, yeah. Keep your head to the sky.
Good evening. Welcome to this episode of the HBCU Power Hour. Today, we are featuring Delaware State University, and we got Zachary Rogers here. But before we start that, I want to, the video that I played before the show is by Cassandra Williams. And I want to say congratulations on your new addition yesterday of Kingston Armani Williams. Yes, she writes dope music, don't she? And she's local and a alum of Norfolk State. So right now we're going to bring on my partner in crime, Jeff Williams. What's up, Jeff?
What's going on, Brother Vince?
Oh man, hey, did you man? Cassandra, man, she's good.
Hey, yeah, man, she sounded good. The video I think was shot by one of my homies. I just texted him and asked him, did he do that video? Because I recognized Judge Woodruff in that video, and I think he had shot some of those clips.
He played for the Steelers, didn't he?
Yeah, the Dwayne Woodruff did. Yes.
Yeah. It went from the Steelers to the courtroom. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Denise? We see you this Friday, all right? Yes, this Friday we will be getting jiggy with it at Wilson's Night Out. If you're an HBCU alum or you're a supporter of HBCU, and you know how we work, y'all all come to our classics anyway. We welcome everybody.
Indeed.
Now, direct from Delaware State University, we got my man Zachary Rogers. What's up, Zach?
Nothing much. How are y'all doing? Thank you for having me tonight.
Man, thank you for coming on this late notice.
No problem.
Now, Zach, full disclosure, we got you on this show, but I even feature your poster. But we all know in the HBCU community, there's only one point, okay? Maybe we could call y'all, how about a bumblebee?
I hear you.
Listen, y'all came to our college fair, and y'all got the buzz going about Del State.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Kanisha Keefe came here and set it off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Awesome. Yep.
Yes.
Yes, and we also got a alum whose daughter is going to Del State. Yeah, and and in fact he was a drum major back in the 80s and 90s at Dale. And I think it's awesome that your child is going to take up and go to your alma mater.
We also have another young lady who's a freshman there at
Now, he's correcting me right now. That's Roger Craighead.
okay.
92 drum major. He's one of the 92. Now, he was also the drum major at Westinghouse when I was in the band.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all know how I got to Westinghouse band. I started out as a football player. And during practice, Lil Larry came from the offensive back, hit me so hard I had one of those road to Damascus moments. And I said, you know something? I'm joining the band.
Oh man, you funny. You couldn't take that heat in that kitchen, Vince, huh?
No, man, we all got our lanes.
Mm-hmm.
And I got in somebody else's lane, and man, I would have rather got hit by a Toyota. Delaware State HBCU week. It will be in Disney in 2022. I also have family that are, hey, what's this HBCU week, Zack?
Oh man, it's a massive fair that's held by Wilmington with Stephen A. Smith. He is one of the partners on that. He's also an HBCU alum as well. So this year, due to COVID, and I think he had a medical procedure, he wasn't there. But the year prior, in 2019, before the pandemic, it was massive. They recorded First Take in the Philadelphia 76ers old practice facility. But HBCU weeks, you have a bunch of social events, and then it leads up to the massive fair, which is on Friday. Where students from across all Dover, you even get some students to come from New York and New Jersey. They come to the college fair, they can get instant decisions. And then they really just get to see all the colleges, especially HBCUs in the vicinity and other vendors as well too. And then they kind of get to start seeing what they can do and then like really seeing their future start to unveil itself. So it's a pretty massive event. So we're seeing over 1,000 students in one day. So it's a beautiful thing. You see some students that cry. You have a photo booth after you get accepted. You get instant decisions. You get your scholarships on site as well too. And you get to apply right then and there, because sometimes with high school, with your senior year, it kind of gets bogged down and it's like a lot that you have to do. So we kind of alleviate that by being there, preparing the applications, and then giving you your decision so you don't have to stress yourself out or worry about it. So HBC week is pretty huge.
Okay, where is this and when is this?
So again, this year that just passed, it was in the Philadelphia 76ers old practice facility in Wilmington, Delaware. And then so was it prior in 2019, it was there as well too. I do believe, based on the comment recently, it's going to be in Disney World, so Florida, 2022.
We got to get that information.
Yeah. When in 2022 in Disney World? Because I'll be in Florida on 2 occasions in the next few months. Once in January for my birthday, and again in Tampa in February. So hopefully it's down around the same time I'm there. I can swing on through that as well if it's in the beginning
it's
months.
It's normally the first week in October.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's different. Well, that might come in contrast with our, with our HBCU, our HBCU college fair we have here. So our Still City college fair. So, we might work something out.
Photo booth next year. Did you hear about their photo booth?
Yeah, like you said, we ain't, it's not thievery if we telling them we gonna do it.
Oh yeah, I believe in case. Copy and steal everything. CASE. But I do like that photo booth. Yes, I'm good for that. So tell us, why should a senior here in Pittsburgh? Now we got similar weather, so you don't even get that over us. In fact, you might be a little colder than us. Why should you at one of our high schools? Why should they go to Delaware State University out of all of the 100+ HBCU? What make Delaware State stand apart?
It's not, you can't just describe it.
Please remember, you will be fact checked, so watch what you say.
Oh, I'm a graduate of HBCU. I know about that.
Okay. All right.
So one thing I would say about why you should attend Delaware State University, we're very family oriented and we're on a mission. We're the first and only HBCU to fully purchase and acquire another institution. So we acquired Wesley College as of July 1st. And it's not one of those things where we just acquire it and there's no plan. The Wesley campus has already been shifted so that it benefits the students. It's now the Wesley College for Public Health and Behavioral Sciences, and also known as DSU downtown. So any of our basically sociology majors, psychology, social work, nursing, pre-med, pre-dentistry. They go down, they have their own campus downtown. So now we have 14 residential halls, and it all goes towards the students. And then I would say probably amongst any of the HBCUs, we give the most scholarship out. We truly do care about our students and making sure that they're not in debt long-term. And we gave out over hundreds of thousands of debt relief as well as too. So I would say our slogan is "It all matters." So you would want to come to Delaware State University because of the family orientedness. You will want to come because of the social mobility, and you will want to come because of that the diversity that you will see on that campus. And there's a lot of rich history. I mean, Sister Harriet Tubman decided to bring the Underground Railroad, so you stand on tall shoulders. Obviously, you stand on tall shoulders whatever HBCU you go to. But I would say with our president, Dr. Tony Allen, heading the inaugural committee for the Biden-Harris committee, and then him being on the President Council of HBCUs, it's leadership all across the board, and we truly get back to our students, and we keep everybody safe with the pandemic going on, and we're all one big family. So that's why I would say you should come to Delaware State.
Indeed. So you guys got
a little bit there, Jeff.
He say that again?
He sounded like he bragging a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about these scholarships.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the criteria for these scholarships, because this is what I know for sure. Tennessee State came here last week and gave out almost $1 million in scholarships. It was only based on GPA only.
Okay.
About that scholarship, because you said y'all give out the most scholarships. That's what you said.
I said one of the few HBC, one of the most. We're in the top. I didn't say the number one, but I got you. Also, again, what I always tell everybody, no matter if it's an HBCU or a predominantly white institution, you always want to fact check. Just because it's test optional, that does not mean you're necessarily going to see all of the money, if that makes sense. So a school can give you $30,000 for all 4 years, but if you break that down into 4, and then you break it down to a year, that's around $7,350, and if you break that again through a semester, it's around $3,000 plus a semester when you break it into 1 year. So for the fall and the spring. So at Delaware State, we do have test optional, but however, we still require the merit base. If you apply as test optional, you do withdraw yourself. But the one thing that we want to be considerate of, we do understand we're still in a pandemic. So let's say you apply tomorrow and you get in on Monday, right before we go on break for Christmas. If you necessarily didn't like your test score, or you decided to apply as test optional, you have until July 15th that July right before you will come to campus to resubmit GPAs or test scores to basically move up in the scholarship consideration. So we have 4 merit-based scholarships for out of state. So anybody who's out of state, out of Delaware, we have 4 merit-based scholarships. For those who live in Delaware, with the passing of the government, we have a legislation for the Inspire Scholarship. So for students who live in Delaware, who are Delawareans, if you have a 2.75 GPA cumulative and you live in Delaware and you're a resident, you get the Inspire Scholarship, which is a full academic tuition. Now, if you're out of state, you have 4. So you have the GAP Scholarship, which is a 2.75 GPA to a 2.99 with a 920 on the SAT or a 17 on the ACT. That will get you up to $3,000 a year. Hold on.
Let me make sure I caught this right. You said if someone's in state, in the state of Delaware, and they have a 2.75 or above, they get a full academic scholarship?
Yes, so all Delaware residents and students who graduate from a Delaware high school and go into Delaware State immediately after they graduate high school, if they have a 2.75 cumulative GPA, they will qualify for a full tuition scholarship. So all of your academic tuition is paid for. You just have to worry about room and board. Again, just for Delawareans or students who graduate from Delaware high schools and live in Delaware.
Okay, that's equivalent to somewhat of our Pittsburgh Promise, but I think that's a little bit, you guys offer a little bit more than what our Pittsburgh Promise does here, because you offer a full academic. That's a beautiful thing. But tell us about what we could have for our students here in this Pittsburgh, in this region.
Definitely,
I do for the out of state students. Unless we come there for the summer, take a bridge program, and then after being there for the summer, they qualify as in state.
Unfortunately, that's not how our residency works. But
he tried to though, didn't he?
It was smooth.
Yeah,
if you have to move up the scholarship ladder, if you have a 3.0 GPA to a 3.49 with a 1030 on the SAT or a 20 on the ACT, that is a partial tuition scholarship, which cuts off 50% of your tuition. And then if you have a 3.5 to a 3.79 with an 1130 on the SAT or a 23 on the ACT, that is a full tuition scholarship. And if you have a 3.8 or above with a 1230 on the SAT or a 26, that's a full ride. So you have until, again, let's say you apply today, you get in next week. Let's say you're not feeling the SAT or anything like that, but then you change your mind because your parents say I'm not paying for it, right? You have until July 15th to resubmit your test scores and or transcripts to move up into scholarship consideration.
Okay, y'all got some. Hey, did you email me those criteria for out of state, please?
Yep.
All right. Real quick, we're gonna go take a look at Del State, all right? And let's see. I don't want to make sure here we go.
Yeah, Vince is being the host and the engineer.
Yeah.
Welcome to Delaware State University, or otherwise known as Hornet Territory.
Not only are we the only HBCU in the first state, we're also the most diverse contemporary HBCU in the country.
My name is Kaylin Pride, a senior majoring in mass communications with a concentration in digital media.
And I am Corbin Weatherspoon, a senior majoring in engineering physics with a minor in mathematics.
We're here to give you a quick tour so that you know what's in store. DSU cares about its students and helping them achieve both their academic and professional goals.
Whether it be engineering, mass communications, aviation, computer science, or business, but to be honest, there's too many to mention. All I can say is Delaware State is dedicated to your success.
The university offers tons of opportunities such as career advisement, internships at Fortune 500 companies, study abroad with its international partners, academic support, and even direct access to groundbreaking research.
Now let's take you to where it all began.
Lockerman Hall.
DSU got to start as a land-grant institution, known as the State College for Colored Students. In 129 years, DSU has become the most diverse and contemporary HBCU in the country, offering 44 undergraduate majors, 18 graduate degrees, and 5 doctoral degrees through its 4 colleges.
Now, let's check out a few of the things that make each college unique. In the College of Business, students can receive hands-on trading room experience with real-time financial data while studying management or working toward an MBA degree. DSU's aviation program takes flight through our own fleet of over 15 aircraft and experienced and dedicated instructor staff and a state-of-the-art flight simulator. DSU is simply the best flight education opportunity on the East Coast of the United States.
Or maybe you have dreams of becoming the next big recording artist, commentator, or a host like my co-host.
The College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences
Offers a state-of-the-art music technology lab and recording studio to help you get started. We also have an incredible television broadcasting studio for students to find their place either in front or behind the camera. Also, our amazing applied research, neuroscience, physics, and so much more. And if that's not enough, we also love to brag on our top-notch honors program that empowers exceptional students.
DSU offers what you need to be successful. With incredible colleges programs such as the College of Agriculture, Science, and Technology, the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences, the College of Business, and the College of Health and Behavioral Sciences.
And when you're not in the classroom, there are plenty of places on campus to experience college life. You can catch up with your study group in the William T. Jason Library, or just get fit in our Wellness and Recreation Center. The Wellness Center is 54,000 square feet of pure awesome. It has 2 full-size basketball courts, an indoor track, 2 large weight room areas, and a swimming pool. And just across from the Wellness Center is the center of student life here on campus, the Martin Luther King Jr. Student Center, or as we students like to call it, the MLK. It is a great place to socialize with your friends, hang out in the games and activities room, even some snacks and DSU gear from the campus bookstore. It's also the #1 spot to participate in a number of student organizations and activities.
When it comes to the DSU culture, one of the first things that comes to mind is homecoming. During homecoming, the campus is not only flooded with students, but also alums too. The week is jam-packed with so many events and activities, from step show competitions, tailgating parties held by Greek organizations, to even the annual homecoming concert featuring the hottest artists. This week is truly the celebration of the year. Here at DSU, we believe in tradition and good vibes. Our swarm of more than 300 student athletes passionately compete in 18 NCAA Division I sports and have proudly earned MEAC championship titles, regional and national titles, and all academic honors,
which we love to display. Visit us online at www.desu.edu/admissions and schedule your personal tour at desu.edu/tour.
We hope you will join our DSU family.
Well, it all matters, huh? It all matters. Hey, I just realized you said something. You said Delaware State just acquired another college, right?
Yes, sir.
So an HBCU acquired a PWI. I'm going to say it like that.
Yes, sir.
Understanding you correctly.
They tried, prior to Wesley, kind of going in the red.
I'm assuming Wesley is a PWI.
Yes, they tried to change it to a minority serving institution, but they were predominantly an institution, small private school, probably like 10 minutes up the road from us.
Now, you don't hear that too often.
Yeah, that's a power move right there.
That is a power move. I mean, I got to give it to you. I got to give it to DSU on that.
Mm-hmm.
They bought They bought a PWI. Students there and all.
Yes, sir.
You took on their debt too.
We're like, something, we got you. We got you. When I was doing my research, what I did find out about Delaware State, y'all was the original site for the Tuskegee Airmen.
Mm-hmm.
Before they moved to Tuskegee, they were originally at Delaware State University.
And on our campus we have a plaza to commemorate that as well too.
Well, no, that's definitely.
Yep.
And the drive distance is not that far. So once we find out, now you know what I'm going to do as soon as I get those scholarship criteria, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do realize what I want to do.
What you want to do?
I'm
Schedule
going
a
to
tour
schools and finding every student that qualified for those scholarships, and they definitely want to apply to Delaware State. Now, unfortunately, Delaware State is not on the Common Black College app, correct?
We will be at the top of 2022. We're just working out a few things.
No, that's a good thing for you because we have paid for every senior in Western Pennsylvania to apply on a Common Black College app.
Awesome.
So they don't even have to apply. They basically just have to contact you and be like, look, you got my information. You have my transcripts. Here go my SAT score. Where's my money?
Right.
Now, let me ask you something. You said y'all won a few SWAC champions. Now, let's talk about, y'all won a few MEAC. How did y'all do this year with the MEAC only having 6 teams?
It's a rebuilding process. I would say with football, we got to spoil Norfolk going to the MEAC championship, so that's a win there. We brought on Coach Hill, who played in the WNBA for a few years, and then we brought in our men's basketball coach. He won 8 state championships. So I would say for basketball, for football, football is a little bit ahead of schedule, but I would say we're in the rebuilding process. Our volleyball team, they went to the MEAC championships and lost a hard-fought game in the championship. Softball is phenomenal. Baseball, I would say, is rebuilding. So I say kind of around the board. Our bowling team won the championship a year ago in the Scholastics. We have a lot of we have 19 division.
Yeah, you're the only HBCU that got an equestrian team.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes,
where do you find brothers and sisters riding horses at?
You'd be surprised. We get students from all over, especially when it comes to the equestrian team. You have people Midwest, you have some people up Northeast, West Coast, if I'm not mistaken. So you'd be surprised. And then I oversee tours, and when I get to speak with some of the prospective students who are interested in the equestrian team, they really broke down the sport and told me all that it entailed prior to college, and it's pretty intense. So our sports they range from all over. We like women's soccer, women's lacrosse, because our student population is probably right now is 69% female, 31% male. So out of the 19 divisions,
say that again. Hold on. Let me make sure you hear that, because all the young males out there, I know y'all want to hear this. Say that again, Zach.
Oh Lord, I'm just here to do my job. We have a 69% ratio for females and a 31% ratio for males. So 69 to 31.
Wow. Right. So you mentioned you have like 19 different interscholastic programs there. So would you guys consider yourself a small HBCU, a middle-sized HBCU, or a large HBCU? Like, what is your student population?
So we have roughly around 5,027 students. We're looking to go to 6,000 within the next year. And then by, I want to say in the next 4 to 5, we're looking to go to 10,000. Mm-hmm. So I would say we're medium-sized.
Okay. Right. So you mentioned bowling. That's one of the you're one of the first HBCUs that we've talked to that mentioned that they had a bowling program. And so for those out there who because people in our community, we do bowl a lot, and for our young people didn't think that they can get no scholarships for bowling. That's good that we have a opportunity for an HBCU who we're meeting with for the kids and let them know that they could continue to bowl and have a passion and love for it and have opportunity to get a scholarship to go away to school. So it's not always about football, basketball, baseball. It's soccer and volleyball, but opportunity for bowling is a great thing.
Now, what I will say is, I don't want to be the dark cloud, but for bowling, it's only for Division I for women. We don't have a bowling men's team, unfortunately.
Oh, shucks. Oh my gosh, everything for the women. But I guess if you got a 69% population for women, I guess you got to cater to the women.
Have you met Mr. Brown, Zach?
I have not.
Okay. Mr. Brown, he has the HBCU house party that comes on Wednesdays at 8:30. 93,000 alums is on his site.
Wow.
He is the Vince Elliott in Cleveland. All right.
Yeah. You just started, Vince. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another message coming through.
No, he want to come on. He want to come on. I'm sorry, he said 96,000. So he's letting you know that if you want to go on his platform, he's trying to let you know his platform is way, way larger than ours. 96,000 HBCU alums. But I'm definitely impressed with Delaware State. Let me ask you now, you and Jeff went to the school above the Mason-Dixon line. Now, I want you to tell us about that. I know down south, we got that fried chicken Wednesday that be hitting Friday, and we got grits and every morning. What do y'all have look like?
We do have the fried chicken Wednesdays. We have 2 all-you-can-eat style cafeterias, but the newer millennials, they want more variety. So, we had to give them that Chick-fil-A, that Dunkin' Donuts, that Starbucks, that Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, and we have a place called Rotation Restaurant in our new residential hall, and it's basically where Black and brown minority-owned food companies, they come in and the students get to vote on what actual food that they would like, and then they cook that food in the Rotation Restaurant. So, and then when they have a discount with Grubhub, so it kind of varies, and then we're right across the street from like a strip full of food restaurant. So they have a lot that they can go to, but the fried chicken Wednesday is still a staple.
Would you say you cross the street from? You say you cross the street from some strip clubs? Is that what you said?
No, food strip. Don't get me fired. Don't get me fired. A food strip.
That's that selected hair right there.
I guess these headphones. One headphone is working better than the other.
Then one started jumping out of his pocket.
Oh God!
I'm just
But
messing with
listen,
you.
we're gonna let's go on a quick commercial break and see more about Delaware State. Now, like Jeff said, I'm engineering too at the same time.
We appreciate you for being versatile.
Hold on, this is your aviation program.
Delaware State University's flight program offers opportunities and support to students from a variety of backgrounds. The university flight program has a long history. Delaware State trained black pilots for World War II at this airport before the military consolidated training in Tuskegee, Alabama.
And all of those flight training students, and they all went down there and they became what's known today as Tuskegee Airmen. And we have students from our small college who were part of that original group of Tuskegee Airmen. And so we celebrate that by painting our aircraft tails red.
And the university builds on that long legacy to provide opportunities to its students today. Many of the students here are first-generation college students and don't have any family in the aviation industry. Madonna Dan is one of these students. As a freshman, she has big dreams for the future.
I actually want to be in the Coast Guard doing mission rescues.
As a kid, Madonna watched military airplanes fly over her house, and she decided that one day she wanted to fly one of those airplanes, not just look up at them.
You can do anything you put your mind into, so I can be the first person from around where I live to be a pilot, and I want to be the first.
And Delaware State is helping her on her journey.
Everybody is supportive. Everybody is here when you need them. They always lend a hand if you need something, and they're always here for advice. So they definitely make it feel like home.
Alumni are also an important part of the support system at Delaware State. Graduate Abdul Kalajaya now flies for Republic Airlines. He comes back to give the same support he received as a student.
The family atmosphere is top. Everybody's here to help you, which I really enjoyed and I love. And that's why I'm coming back to help to pay it forward.
For the alumni and staff, all of the hard work of mentoring the next generation of pilots is worth it to see students succeed.
I'm hoping that they're going to be the first of many in their generations to come to enjoy aviation, get a chance to fly, and fill up the ranks of corporate and regional and major airlines.
The focus on mentorship is working. The university aviation program is growing rapidly.
I have the largest freshman class that we've ever had in this aviation program, started this fall.
And so for these students in Delaware, the future is looking bright. Julie Walker, AOPA Live.
You're muted, Vince. You're muted.
I was saying that's an awesome program, especially that young sister talking about. I mean, we had sent one student to Elizabeth City for their aviation program. But I had to tell the young brother, I hope you much success. I hope you graduate. I hope you shoot for the stars. But you're never going to fly a plane that I'm sitting on. Wow, Delaware State. I'm really impressed with the school. The drive distance is not that far. For the ones who always complaining, it's too far. Zack, I hear that all the time. Why so far? Why so far? This is practically in our backyard. And definitely got an awesome program.
And not just
have a question for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he missed that.
How was that game? He explained that. You want to go ahead and explain it again for Delaware? For Anthony Brown.
Yeah, he explained that already, Mr. Brown. You just missed it, but I guess he could give it to you again.
Yeah, certainly. So the acquisition started in July of 2020, and we closed it out this July of 2021. It's definitely been interesting. So the one thing I love about our president, Dr. Tony Allen, an acquisition can definitely be a tricky thing, especially like honoring both sides. Even though we acquired Wesley, he was very much cognizant of their history. So for certain things, we allowed it to be the Wesley College of Public Health and Behavioral Science, also known as the downtown campus. So he allowed certain things to be the one thing about Delaware State, even before the acquisition, whenever we build a new building or we reconstruct something or revamp it, we keep the brick and mortar from the previous thing to celebrate or pay a historical homage to. So he did some of the same things with certain buildings. Then when it came to students who we didn't assume as an institution that everybody from Wesley would want to come to Del State. Obviously, there will be some that are interested, and there's some in the fence, and there's some that are like, I don't know. But any student who was in good standing and wanted to come to Delaware State, we accepted all of their credits. So that was one thing. So I would say the process has definitely been interesting. We took on some of their staff and faculty, and we've been able to welcome them to the family. So you get a lot of different perspective and variety, but it's very interesting. It's very cool. I look forward to once we start to tour that campus as well too. Right now we're only doing tours on the main campus, but I'm excited for when we start touring on the downtown campus as well too, because it's a very beautiful campus. It's in the middle of downtown, so it's very interesting. And the students who currently are there, they don't have, we have a university shuttle that takes them there and back. So I'm excited for what this is definitely going to do and look like in the up and coming future. Hopefully I answered this question, Mr. Brown's question.
I'm sure you did, but if you did, it's okay because he was supposed to be on here. And he's talking about he went to the gym to make some muscles. So your homecoming. Who do y'all usually play for your? Is there a classic? I know we had the Magic City Classic. What is the Delaware State Classic? What classic?
Yes, unfortunately, we need to replicate some of the things the SWAC is doing. We don't really like. We look for, obviously, I guess, the championship week, like so the MEAC tournament right before the NCAA tournament. We don't have classics like the Bayou Classic and things like that. That's something that we need to work on and revisit.
You know where you should have your classic at? I mean, well, actually, you know where you could have a classic at? Right here in Pittsburgh, since there's not one at Delaware State. This could be, the Steel City Classic could be home to Delaware State versus, well, we can't put you in with a SWAC school. That would be too rough on y'all.
FAMU's holding their own now. All right now. FAMU's holding their, we let the stepchildren go, but they holding their own.
Stepchildren.
No, I'm kidding. FAMU got that LeBron endorsement. They got that LeBron partnership. I gotta give it to them on that.
And we got Bethune-Cookman too.
I mean, go Wildcats, man.
Yeah. But what would be a good Steel City Classic? Del State versus
the Norfolk is gonna agree, but I would say Norfolk.
But y'all already played them.
I know, but I'm thinking years down the line, because Del State and Morgan State, and I'm forgetting the other university, were the founding universities of the MEAC. So
I was thinking maybe y'all already play Howard, don't you?
Yes, but Howard, yeah, we did.
You play Hampton already.
They're in the Big Sky now, though, or the Big South.
They already played Delaware State. I was thinking of a Del State against a SWAC, but I need the SWAC school that won't put too much of a hurt on y'all. Mississippi Valley.
I'll do that one. That's good. That's good.
Well, Alabama State ain't gonna put no hurting on them for sure. Alabama State, they got a new coach. They in transition, so that might be a good game. Alabama State versus Delaware State.
The battle of the real Hornet.
Yep. The Hornet's Nest. Who's gonna win the Hornet's Nest?
That's a good one.
I like that.
Yes,
I definitely like that. Yes, definitely like that. Let's see. It should be somewhere from the SWAC. That's what I said, Roger. But like I said, I got to be careful what SWAC team I put on y'all, because we don't want to put too much of a hurt. And also now, in the SWAC, in the MEAC, who would you, in your opinion, would you say? Now you come from a MEAC school, Morgan State, right?
Oh, don't get me fired now. Yes, I did graduate.
No.
I did graduate from Morgan State University.
Now, who would you say is the best band in the land in the MEAC?
Oh, you trying to get me fired? Of course, it's the Magnificent Marching Machines. We're one of the very few HBCUs that performed at the Macy's Day Parade in Thanksgiving during Thanksgiving. I mean, yeah.
The Magnificent who?
Marching Machines, M3 Marching Machines. You know how we do.
Okay.
Oh, I just got something today that had a listing of, I think Norfolk State is one of the top bands. Who's the other school? They just was voted today. On the HBCU game day, something came across today that Norfolk State and another band is the top two bands and voted upon. Let me see here. Did you guys get that? You get that, Vince? Because you're part of the HBCU game day.
I remember seeing it, but I can't.
Here it is. Norfolk State, Kentucky State hold top spots in final HBCU band rankings. Came out today.
Oh, we got 8 in the MEAC. 8. I was like, when you said 6, I'm like, no, it's 8.
8.
And we're going to expand. There's something up their sleeve. The MEAC has something.
In my opinion, this is my opinion. Okay, my opinion. I feel like not Savannah State. I think Central should leave the SEAC and go to the MEAC because they're in that same distance for travel, right?
Central in Ohio?
Yeah.
That's my alma mater.
That's out of their travel circuit, I think.
No.
Because you think you got Norfolk and VA, you got Howard and DC, you got UMES in Maryland on the Eastern Shore. You have Morgan in Baltimore. You have North Carolina Central and North Carolina. You have South Carolina State, who South Carolina State is at the point where they're juggling to see if that's too far of a drive. And then you have Del State, and then you have Del State in Delaware, and then you have Coppin in Baltimore. So Ohio, you come in, Midwest down or up technically.
And I'm almost want to say Miles College in Birmingham.
Ooh, that's a distance. Ooh.
Vince, someone just put something there. We need to have a Pittsburgh Classic at PNC Park. One thing about it, we can't do a football classic at PNC Park, but we could definitely do a baseball classic at PNC Park. I guess football will be done in Heinz Field, Miss Denise.
Jeff is working on that, Denise. He's working on that baseball game at PNC Park.
Yeah, we're working on the baseball game between Stillman College and Lincoln University. The coaches and the athletic directors already signed off on it. We just about to work out the details for 2022, October 2022.
See, that's what I like with Jeff working in silence. I just found out just now that the both athletic coaches signed off on that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Maybe we could get a double hitter with Central and Del State. You think
Central ain't got no baseball team, so as of yet.
That is right.
Yeah. But yeah, we working on. I told you those coaches. They recommended 2 other schools. They asked Virginia State and Mississippi Valley State was the other 2 schools that they recommended playing that double hitter. So, but he said Del State's baseball team is reprogramming, or trying to build back up. So we don't want them to come up here and not give a good showing. But if Del State's willing to come here, I'm willing to send an invitation.
Also, my rebuild. When I say rebuild, I'm thinking Bill Belichick and mac and cheese rebuild, like AFC, and like not like rebuild like Detroit Piston rebuild, like rebuild like New England Patriot. I'm a Piston fan. I've suffered for years. I could use that reference.
I got you.
And got a lot of respect for the great Ben Wallace.
Yes, first HBCU
from
the Union,
Virginia Union.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not even I always thought preachers went there. So listen, we want to do this quick commercial break with Delaware State again, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds. This is the one I was supposed to play beforehand. It all matters.
house to acceptance, new student orientation, and picking the program that's just for you, it matters. From scholarships to meeting with advisors and making new friends, and all of the campus life and activities, it matters. With continued one-on-one support, student success planning, internship to graduation, and landing your dream job in your career field, it matters. Because at Delaware State University, it all matters.
It all matters. Now, like I said, you said you're going to send me those scholarship criterias. We're going to simulate it through the schools. We're going to get you some more. I don't like calling y'all the Hornets. We got to find something else.
Well, you got to call them by their name, man. Their mascot is the Hornets, you know. I mean, we are the only Marauders, you know what I mean? But, you know, there could be two, I guess, Hornets, I guess. Yeah.
Actually, there's three.
Yeah, Harrisdale.
Yeah, that's the HBCU.
So there ain't nothing unique about being a Hornet.
Oh, there you go. Listen to him. Yeah, he went there, didn't he?
No, I'm just saying, if there's three of you guys, there's nothing unique about being a Hornet, but it's all good.
I sent the scholarships in the chat. The scholarship link.
He said, could you just send it in an email as well, if you could, please?
Okay, I need your email address.
That's the same one that I sent the StreamYard to.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, so we're going to send some kids there to Delaware State University. We already got one, and she's a legacy. And
matter of fact, we got two, Vince. I told you we just had a freshman there. Did you remember her mom came past your house to get that basket?
Oh yes, I forgot about her. Yes.
Yep. So we got another student there. She's a freshman.
I know Mr. Brown. He definitely shot one across there, but we're gonna let that go. So Jeff, while you are here, tell us about the the holiday party. People say they can't scan from the computer. The only way they can scan it is if they print it out. So tell us about the upcoming holiday party this Friday.
No doubt. Well, for those who can't scan it, Vince also had sent out an email. If we have your cell phone numbers, I can send it to you in a document as a text. All the people I've been sending it out to in a text, they've been able to scan it and register. It is free of charge. Some people are asking me, does it cost? It's nothing. Just to attend our holiday party. So come out this Friday to our HBCU holiday party at Wilson's Night Out in Swissvale from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. But we have the option to be able to stay up until 11 o'clock to party. We have a DJ. We have a photographer. We're going to play some games. We're going to have some giveaways. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle. We're going to do a lot of different things just for us to be able to network with HBCU alums, the current students at HBCU, as well as friends and family to come out. We'll have some food, opportunity just to party. So again, this Friday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. But we can, for those who want to stay up until 11, we have the space up until that point. So check your emails if you're part of our email distribution list. If you're not part of our email distribution list, you guys could text me at 412-865-5823, and I'll send you a copy of the flyer in which you can scan it, using the QR code and register. And the only reason why we asked you to register, we're just trying to get an account for how many people are pre-registering. Those who don't pre-register, you still are welcome to be able to come out and hang and party with us. But we just ask that people pre-register just so we can have an account for who's going to be participating and attending.
Zack, your closing thoughts about Delaware State. The floor is all yours, brother.
It all matters here at Delaware State University. But in all seriousness, though, it's definitely, like I said earlier, I'm going to echo it. It's definitely family oriented. We have over 100 student clubs and or organizations. Every single commercial that you've seen tonight is not like Strayer. It's not like University of Maryland Global Campus. Those are our actual students. One of the students that you've seen in there moved to Michigan as a lifestyle reporter. The other one, who was in the first campus tour video, she actually got to interview Eddie Murphy in Arsenio Hall. She would have got to go to California, but COVID happened. So you have plenty of opportunities with our aviation program, as you've seen. We have a partnership with United Airlines. So that's super huge. We have a partnership with we had an internship with NASA where we were in our sixth year with them. So again, there's always something going on. We acquired Wesley College. Some of our majors for some of our students for kinesiology got to major and got to intern with the Miami Heat, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Milwaukee Bucks. So there's always something going on. The other day we had midnight breakfast. For homecoming, we had 40 Dub perform, and in the spring of 2021, we had Pooh Shiesty and Little Dirk come perform. So you get your different types of variety. You get the social aspect, you get the academic aspect. We are continuing to mold the minds and the futures of the next people because it all matters.
Who is Little Dirk?
I'm more of a lyrical hip hop carnival. I like classic, but that's what the kids like nowadays. But he is a trap rapper, I believe.
You figure they got the Little Dirk, the Little Uzi Vert, the Little Uzi, the Little Baby. They got all them little, you know what I mean?
Take us back to
little baby, light skinned Keisha. That's I wonder, they got dark skinned Keisha. we need to find. But listen, hey, we're going to go ahead and close this out. Just got a heck of a holiday party planned this Friday. And just like the song said, although we might compete, but we still family. And if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, we will see you next Tuesday for the HBCU Power Hour. Thanks for tuning in.